Hey everybody, it's Queen of Light 1111. Hope you're all doing well. Just trying to do this real quick. Okay, so I received so many messages over the last few days asking me when I was going to do a reading. So I sensed that perhaps there was something happening with the collective that you all needed some guidance or some insight. And so I decided to sit down today and do this reading for you. And I can see now why you guys were reaching out. Mostly feminines, obviously, were reaching out. And or those that relate to the feminine energy. I understand now. There has clearly been a shift in the connection. And I don't know if this has to do with retrograde or what. I mean, I feel like it does because the cards are definitely indicating that there are some repeated patterns coming to the forefront of the connection for the masculine and for the feminine for lessons to be learned this time around. Mercury retrograde happens. When it happens, it's an opportunity for us to, if the situation arises and it's very similar to a past situation that you've encountered already, if it comes up again, it's because the lesson wasn't learned. It's because perhaps it wasn't handled correctly or completely the last time. So you have a great opportunity to embrace this lesson again, this experience again, and learn from it. And I am clearly being shown that there is a repeated pattern here, and it has caused disruption amongst those in the collective. And what's happening here is that our masculine has gone through a tower. He's in a very, very dark energy. And here, listen, I'm going to say this right now. This is not black magic. This is not somebody casting spells, blah, blah, blah. Energy is energy. And he is in an energy of depression. He is in an energy of extreme sadness. He's in an energy of pain, maybe physical, emotional, spiritual. I don't know. I mean, I do know, and I'll tell you what it is. But he's feeling very constricted. He is feeling very bound, very tied up, very dark, very dark. So if your masculine if you felt like you guys were progressing and now all of a sudden he's retreated and maybe not communicating, or maybe he's being spotty in his communication, or maybe it's just that energy feels off, it is because absolutely there is something going on in the background with the divine masculine. And we'll find out what that is as we go forward in the reading. Our feminine is in an energy of a higher vibration. I love that. I feel like this divine feminine has learned her lessons from the past, that when her masculine embodies this type of energy and this type of darkness, that she would typically come out as the Queen of Swords. And I'm so happy to say that she has not, which tells me she's learned this lesson. She's learned a lesson. What she's done, when the Queen of Swords comes out in this type of reading, it's typically one of harsh words, of cutting out, things that don't serve her, really protecting herself. But what I really feel like she's done is she has contained herself and embodied her high vibrational self and honored herself, but still stood in her power to absolutely communicate or energetically shift from the energy if it started to disrupt her and her life, okay? And so what she's doing is she's taking a pause, she's walking away, and she is investing in herself, all right? The connective energies also are in an energy of there seemed to have been some success and positive movement forward, but now there's a halt. And so the whole reading is completely aligned from the masculine to the feminine to the connective energies. So before I get started, I didn't do any blessings. I didn't do any of that. I just really wanted to see what the hell was going on. And so what I did was I got the theme for the readings for our masculine. I got the theme for the reading first for our feminine. And that's how I do my test of when all the cards come out, that was this theme aligned, and it very much is. So I have the theme for the masculine, feminine, and for the connection. And then I also decided to use my Oracle of Mermaids deck today to just kind of see like how is the masculine and the feminine, how are they actually like looking at each other from, a spiritual sense, from their higher self? Like how are they viewing and seeing each other? Okay, because these energies that I read are very 3D based: headspace, heart space, and environment. And so I actually wanted to do that. And then I also did that for the connection. Like, how is the divine seeing us? How is the divine seeing the connection today? Okay. And what is their guidance? So, also want to send a reminder for you guys, if you want to book your own personal reading with me, I do have some openings next week. So go to queenoflight1111.com. And you will see the list of my services. And I do twin flame energy check-ins. There's a 30-minute check-in where we look at the energies of the masculine and the feminine, the energy of the connection, and then future energies. I have an extended version where we look at all of that, but we also look at what is currently challenging or blocking the connection at this time. And then also, I do have the Akashic Records reading, which is about the contract. So what was this contract about? What were you supposed to learn? What are the different phases in your contract? And then we look at where you both are in your contract. And then we look at the future or potential outcome of the contract. Okay. And then finally, I have a ton of other services, so I don't want to list them all. So go check out my website, queenoflight1111.com. And just as a reminder, I am holding my workshop tomorrow on Saturday. My workshop that I still have tickets available for is how to let go of your twin. The other one that I had out, which is Understanding the Journey, has been sold out, so that class is closed. But how to let go of your twin. Okay, so what we're going to look at is, what are the energies that are keeping you attached, staying in a low vibration, that's keeping you in your desires, your wants, and your needs. And we'll talk about tools, and we'll talk about things that you can do to shift your energy and yourself to release and let go and surrender. And so I have a few seats left. That session is at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on November 10th. So get your tickets now. Tickets are on my website. Let's go ahead and get started, guys. Thanks for bearing with me. I'm not going to do bottoms of the deck for the Oracle of the Mermaids or for the theme of the reading. So let's go ahead and get started. The theme for our masculine is this card here. This is about danger. This is about fear. And I feel like this card came up before, so I almost feel like it was a little bit of like, hey, this energy's coming forward, and here it is again. So when this card comes up, this is really about the unknown, not knowing what's behind you, not knowing what's in front of you, just kind of staying stuck in one spot in fear. And I said, what does this have to do with Ace of Wands, a new beginning? And so the question that I ask when I ask this of spirit, my spirit guides and angels, is I say, what is the theme for our masculine today? And today's reading as related to his feminine. So there is definitely an energy here of fear. There's definitely an energy here of a fear of a new beginning. So this is really about, avoiding danger is no safer. Like, he can't avoid things now. He can't avoid anything. You've got to expose yourself, right? It's just really an energy of, he's feeding fears. He's in a dark energy, in his depression, in whatever sadness and whatever tower he has, come across, or is going through. His fears are being fed, and it is keeping him from moving forward. And this is all imagination. His imagination, his illusion is giving this fear form, okay? And it is triggering, and it is creating a very defensive and dark masculine. And that fear has everything to do with a new beginning with this feminine. And so then I asked, okay, well, what's the feminine's theme for the reading today? And we got this card again. We've gotten this card before. This is that the monkey, where he's like, there's so many possibilities, infinite possibilities. There's like this, this math problem about infinity, right? Look at it, ends with infinity. So she's looking at all of the different possibilities, all the different things that could be going on in their connection or whatever it is, and whatever's not happening, and, all these infinite, like, mind numbing conclusions. Okay. She's just exhausted, perhaps, from trying to figure out what happened. What happened? Why did things stop? This is what she's doing. She's trying to calculate. She's getting in her head. She's trying to figure out, like, what happened? What happened when things were going fine? What happened? And I said, what does that have to do with Seven of Pentacles? Seven of Pentacles is a card of pause. What happened, and why are we in this pause now? This is her theme. But I also got for this is that she is very much now going to invest in herself. She's no longer going to take the coins from her basket and plant them. Okay. She's not. The basket is empty right now. The union hasn't occurred. He hasn't shown up. And this is like, what are all the reasons why? So this is about this pause. Okay. This is this pause. Why did it happen? I need to invest in myself. So now, what is the theme for the connection today? And we have this woman here, okay? This is about knowledge. This is about secrets. And it's clarified by the Two of Cups. So when this card comes out, this card about, knowledge and secrets and confidentiality, like, there's definitely the theme of somebody knows something, but it's not being said, okay? It's every relationship between two people. There's going to be a ratio of secrecy. There's going to be a ratio of, like, not sharing everything. Okay. I mean, do you all ever really share 100% of everything with everybody? I know I don't. There's things that, that's between me and my God, or me and my spirit guides and angels, and things that I keep to myself. So this could be a secret that, is out there. And what is the secret about? What is the confidentiality about? It's about this union. So that's what's happening in this connection. And I got to tell you, what's really happening in this theme here for the connection is that you can't see it coming. You don't see it coming. You really don't. Like, it is as far as the masculine and the feminine in this connection are concerned, they're at a complete loss for this connection. It's lost. Okay. It feels very stuck. It feels like the same old, the same amount of pain. The only thing that is different is that the higher vibration that the feminine is in, the only thing that is different is that there is no deceit here, in the sense that, third party, whatever, what's the same old is we get started and then we stop. And we get started and then we stop. And then what typically would happen is the feminine would be like, boom, sword out, right? No, it's not what happened this time. The feminine left with love, or is walking away with love, or is detaching her energy with love. And that's the lesson, feminines. That's the lesson. When you walk away with love, granted, it's still going to be painful, but it's so much less painful because you walked away as your higher self, honoring yourself. You didn't walk away cutting someone and hurting them more, when you do that, it hurts you more. And so this change in energy breaks the cycle. Okay. So now, how is the masculine seeing the feminine? Look at this. When this card came out, I was like, oh yeah, I knew it. When I already saw this whole hooded figure and the wolf behind, and then I got this card, I was like, oh yeah, there's definitely the darkness, the dark night of the soul, even, that our masculine is very much in. And when this card comes up, I know it says manipulation of nature, forcing change, cruelty in the pursuit of knowledge, and arrogance. But here's what I got intuitively. This is our feminine, who is the light. This is our masculine, who is in the dark. Okay, who's very much in the dark. And I just kind of feel like, he's protecting her. Hence the secrecy. He is protecting her from whatever pain he is going through, whatever sadness he is going through at this time. He's protecting her. She doesn't need to know. She doesn't need to be his experiment. She doesn't need to be a part of the pain. All right. And so the way that, he's seeing his feminine is that, yeah, he sees himself. He does know this. He sees himself repeating the same arrogance or pride that he did before. He does. He sees it's Mercury retrograde. He sees that he's in the same pattern. He sees it. He knows what he's doing. He knows that when, he could have easily attached to her and, taken her support, used her, whatever, okay? But he's not. He is staying stuck because he doesn't want to inflict the pain upon you again. And I got to tell you, the feminine comes up clarifying the Sun card in his heart, which shows me that she did this in love, because in his heart he still sees her so positively, and that is why he is so sad that he cannot build something with her right now. So when I see this card, and I've already seen this, if I've already looked at this reading, I know that this is the feminine, and he is saving her from going into the dark with him. He really is, and I literally just got dizzy saying that. So now, how is the feminine seeing her masculine? Time and tide. She's in this energy of rituals, spells, prayer, really meditation. She's taking this time to connect to the light, to stay with the light. Look how opposite these energies are. Look how bright, light, and sunny this is. This is like the sun. This is like the moon's energy, hidden, darkness. And sure enough, he's gotten the moon here, and he also has the sun here. And so he sees his feminine as this light, and she intuitively knows he's in the dark, okay? So the way that she's seeing him is she's really trying to, she knows that this is all time and tide, that this is a cycle of repeated pattern. Comes in, goes out, comes in, goes out, just like the tide. The tide comes in, the tide goes out. But every time the tide goes out, it smooths the surface. So look at what she's doing on this smooth surface. She's making a heart, okay? The heart is here. And so what she's really doing is she's trying to stay in her heart space, try to stay in the light, and release with love. So this is how she sees her masculine, is that yes, you are in my heart. I still want to stay in the light. And I know that this is part of our cycle. I know this is part of the cycle, that this is time and tide. So now, how is the divine seeing this connection? Look at this, adrift, letting go, allowing a higher force to take charge for a time. This is absolutely the guidance. This is the message from the divine. I said to my spirit guides and angels, please tell me, show me how you are seeing this connection right now. They're saying, let it go. Allow the universe to take charge, right? This is why, who knows everything? What's the secret? What's confidential? That the universe has got this. The universe doesn't need your help. Universe doesn't need your help. You don't know better than the universe, okay? You don't. You don't know better than God. So this is the universe holding the key, okay? They're holding the key to this connection. And they're saying, let it go and allow for a higher force to take charge at this time. Let it go. You cannot be his savior. I say this in my coaching sessions. I'll give it to you free here. You are not his Jesus. You are not his Messiah. You are not his God. You are not his savior. Just like you saved yourself by connecting with the light, by connecting to source, he must find the light himself. He must. You cannot, if this is going to work, people, if this is going to work, he must have his own light. You cannot be 100% light for you and for the connection. He's got to bring something to the table. He has to bring his light. And right now, you have to let the masculine search for the light. He's got to find that light on his own. You cannot be the light for him. You cannot. You can help guide him, energetically. You can pray for the connection, but you are not to go in and save him. You can't. You can't. In order for him to be a king, in order for him to be the emperor, in order for him to be the masculine who has a mission to share his light, he must find the light himself. Okay? So, bottom of the deck for the tarot there. for the tarot that clarified these themes is the Two of Swords. So this is very much a time, we're in the moon's energy, where we're going within. Okay? All right, bottom of the deck, head, heart, and environment for the masculine and the feminine. The theme, this is the Empress and financial constraints. When financial constraints comes up in a love reading, this is all about kind of separation and rejection. There's constraints on the connection. So we are not able to birth this connection at this time. We're not. There is constraints. There is lack at this time. So we are not able to fertilize it, to create it, to birth it in this format. You don't want to birth a connection out of lack. Bottom of the deck for head, heart, and environment for our masculine is the Five of Wands and the Three of Swords. He's major, major dark energy, internal and external conflict, major sadness, major loss. Okay? Bottom of the deck, head, heart, and environment for our feminine is the Strength card and the Five of Cups. She's very much in an energy where she's trying to continue to maintain her strength while she is going through this loss, while she's going through this sadness. That's what's happening. So in the headspace for our masculine, when he thinks about his divine feminine, he's got the Disruption card and fifth chakra Archangel Gabriel. So the Disruption card is the Tower. He has gone through a tower. No surprise that he has gone through a tower. His energy already right out the gate, when I pulled the first three cards, I was fully expecting to get this, and I did. First card out for him. He has gone through a major tower, major upheaval, major binding. Look at this guy. He's completely bound, completely stuck. Okay? He's stuck in the tower. I mean, the literal description in the Psychic Tarot for this card is about, something that's like unforeseen, disruption. It's a major change. And it looks to be negative, but it leads to the enlightenment and a total shift in the lifestyle, in his lifestyle. Okay? This is the crumbling because it's the weak foundation. So whatever he was holding on to, whatever brick he was holding on to from the past has crumbled. And it's crumbled around this fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel. This is all about healing. When he comes up, this is all about healing. And look at his throat chakra is illuminated there. So when Archangel Gabriel shows up, this is about expression. This is about, speaking your truth. So perhaps some truth was spoken that now, things have crumbled around him. Maybe the feminine spoke her truth to him in a loving way, and it's crumbled his whole headspace again. Maybe this is him having trouble communicating, which obviously he is. He's having trouble communicating what's happening. This is also about, again, the trouble of expressing emotions, right? This is about wanting to listen to your soul and take the leap and communicate, but not being able to, okay? Not being able to speak for yourself. So he's very much in one or two energies. One, maybe the feminine spoke something. Or two, and that's what created the tower. Or maybe two, he just can't speak his truth right now. So what does this all have to do with in the headspace? What does this all have to do with in the headspace? Well, I'll tell you. Okay, so what does this have to do with in the headspace? It has everything to do with the Ace of Pentacles. Remember, we got the Ace of Wands here, which he's just like, I'm scared. How am I even going to do this? I'm not even in a place to be in a new beginning with my feminine. So this tower, this not being able to speak, has to do with the Ace of Pentacles. I said, what about this new beginning that he wants when he thinks about his feminine? Ace of Wands, dupe right here. So to me, right away, thank you, Spirit Guides and Angels. Thank you, God, that it again aligns that his fear is this new beginning. The tower fell on this new beginning because he couldn't speak his truth. Maybe then she spoke her truth. And now, Nine of Wands. So this is about, again, wanting this new beginning, but, not giving up on it. But he's so wounded. He's so wounded in his headspace, and he's trying to, Six of Swords, get out of this place of wounding. He's trying to transition out of this place of loss, but he's heartbroken. Three of Swords. Remember, that's the bottom of the deck. Three of Swords. He's heartbroken. Around his Queen of Wands. This is how I know this is our feminine. For a couple of ways. One, I asked the pendulum. Two, I clarified the heck out of this card. Because she didn't show up as any queen, because I just feel like she's doing her thing. But Queen of Wands, remember, this could easily be Queen of Swords right now, where she cut him. But no, Queen of Wands. Who is the Queen of Wands? I'm gonna be okay with or without you. So he's heartbroken that she's taken up this Queen of Wands energy again, and she's like, yeah, I'm out. And so I said, what about the Queen of Wands? Ten of Wands. This is his burden. This Three of Swords, his heartbreak, this loss of his Queen of Wands is his biggest burden that is getting in the way of his new beginning. I said, what else about the Ten of Wands? And we got the Sun. And remember, in his heart space, the Sun's clarified by the Empress. That's why I know our Queen of Wands is our divine feminine. And it's just like he doesn't know here how to maybe get in her good graces again, or maybe how to have success and positivity and create again. Okay, that's the burden. And so the last card is Four of Swords. So he retreats. He retreats, and he's continuing his healing. And I said, and what about it? Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands is he's retreating from taking action towards her at this time. He really is. I'm going to use the pendulum here so that you guys can see that the Queen of Wands is our divine feminine. We'll quickly look here if you guys can see it. Spirit guides and angels, show me how you answer yes. Do you see it goes up and down? Show me how you answer no. Left to right, okay? Or right to left. All right, please connect to the energies of the Three of Swords, Queen of Wands, Ten of Wands, and the Sun. So it circles when it's connecting to the energy. Okay. Is the Queen of Wands a third party or karmic in the divine masculine's headspace? So you went left to right, okay, or right to left. Is the Queen of Wands the divine feminine? Say right away. Yes. Okay. So there you go. By the way, I also do pendulum readings, so that's also on my website. So he's heartbroken. He's heartbroken because she walked away with love and in honoring herself. Okay, she's going to create and birth her own connection with herself and just not invest. And so perhaps that is the communication that has created this crumbling over this new beginning that he is now fearing. And is feeling that it's in the dark, right? This is in the dark energy. He doesn't know how he's going to get back into the Sun's energy with his queen, with his Empress. And so he's retreated from any movement forward. So our divine feminine, in her headspace, we have the heart chakra and Archangel Ariel. And so in her headspace, she's thinking about her heart. And to be honest, what she's thinking about is, yes, I love. Yes, I know what I want. I love. Heart chakra is all about love. It's all about harmony and unconditional love and compassion and harmony in relationships and healing. And so in her head, she's like, I love my masculine. I love my masculine. So when she thinks about her masculine, she has compassion for him. She has love for him. And when Archangel Ariel comes out, this is all about intimacy and creativity. And this is about, self-expression. So this is another card of self-expression. And I just feel like from the place of love and compassion, she has communicated. That's why I really feel like this tower has to do with him, her communicating to him. And I feel like his tower is that she communicated, but he cannot communicate back what it is truly that he's going through. So she communicated from her headspace with love. That's why she's not Queen of Swords today. So let's further get into her headspace when she thinks about her divine masculine. So first card out is Seven of Wands. So now she's got to protect herself. She's got to guard her heart, okay? She's got to guard her heart. What about the Seven of Wands, Eight of Swords? She's guarding herself from being stuck again. See, she's learned the lesson. She knows that she needs to walk away because she cannot save him. She can send him light. She can send him love. She can send him healing. She can send him all that great energy, but she's not there to save him. He's got to find his own light. So she is really protecting herself from staying stuck. Four of Coins, another card of guardedness. So here's like, I'm going to show you my heart. I'm going to show you my heart space, but I'm not giving you a coin. So this is about, typically it's a very guarded, rigid, stubborn energy. But what I'm really getting, especially from this tarot deck and this card, is like, I'm going to show you my love. And look at these coins are green. I'm going to show you my love. And look at his turtleneck is also green, which is she spoke from her heart space, okay? So she's protecting herself from being stuck, and she is also showing him her coins, so showing her love, but Two of Wands. She's also at this decision-making point, right? She's at a decision-making point. Two of Wands is about being at a crossroads. Which road to take? And then we have Ten of Cups. And so she knows there's the road of this bliss and this family and this love. Nine of Cups, which is her wish. But what is she doing? She's manifesting her walking away from him. That's that Queen of Wands energy. That's how I know it's our Queen of Wands. That's that she's manifested. Remember, she's at the Two of Wands energy. I'm showing you my heart, showing you my love, but I'm at this decision-making point. Yes, I love you. You are my wish. But what am I manifesting right now? What am I manifesting? Three of Wands. Three of Wands is, what am I putting out there? I'm putting out there that I am walking away at this time. I'm walking away because I love you and I love myself. And this connection is not ready. This connection is not ready. I have computed this, cannot figure it out. So I cannot invest. I must invest in myself while we go through this cycle again. This is very high vibrational of our feminine. So what's happening in the heart space for our masculine? He's got the Four of Cups energy with the thinking man, which is like the King of Swords energy. So he's thinking, he's like, it's called discontent and boredom. So in his heart, he's sick of the same old shit. Sorry guys, I didn't mean to like swear, but it's like the same old stuff. He realizes that he is in this cyclical pattern of stagnation, of discontent, of boredom. He's feeling restless and impatient. And when he's in his heart space with his feminine, he's like, this relationship isn't moving forward. And it is draining emotionally and energetically because he can't take charge. He can't do anything about it right now. He's in the dark. He's trying to get himself out. And he's longing for the change. And he feels like the door's closing. And that is the energy he's focusing on. He's focusing on the door, the opportunity closing on him. Okay? And that's what he's thinking about. So when he's thinking about this connection, he's thinking about how the door is closing. The opportunity is closing because we cannot move forward. So what is further happening in his heart space when he feels for his feminine in his heart? Page of Swords. So he goes into this, I'm just going to observe her. Maybe I'll just watch her on social media. That's how I'll stay connected to her, right? But this is also a card of delayed communication. And so in his heart space, he's like, I'm just going to watch her and I'm not going to communicate. So what the hell does that have to do about Four of Pentacles? So he's, again, trying to stabilize. Fours are about stabilization, okay? He's already got Four Cups. Now he's got Four of Pentacles. He's got Four of Swords. And coming up in the environment, we got Four of Wands. He's really trying to stabilize himself. So he's delaying. He is delaying his communication because he's just in this energy of, like she's in the Four of Pentacles here at the decision-making point, right? Where she's like, I'm going to show you what I have, but jury's out, bro. Like, she's like, jury's out. I'm going to walk away. Okay. That's a decision she eventually comes to in her headspace. So in his heart, he's like, now I'm guarded. I'm guarded. I'm not blocking my heart either, but I'm not making moves towards you either. Because typically in the traditional tarot, you have a coin over his heart, you have a coin over the head, you've got coins underneath the feet. He's just holding his coin. So just like her, you know, he's holding his coins. He's not covering himself up, but he's not moving towards her either. So in his heart space, he's thinking about how it's the same old, but he's not communicating. But when he's in his heart space, look at the sun card. He's like, she is the sun. She is positive. She's enlightened. She's creative. She's inspiring. And so I said, what about the sun card in the heart space? It's the Empress. Remember, the sun card just came out here when we clarified the Queen of Wands, Ten of Wands, and the Three of Swords. And so he's just like, yeah, she is the sun. She's this. Look at how beautiful this is, by the way. Do you see this ray of light just now coming through here? And it's coming over the King of Cups energy, because that's the other thing I'm going to tell you. And he's really in his emotions right now. So look at this. In his heart, he's just like, this isn't moving. Like, we get moving. He too feels it. We get moving, and then we have this delay. We get moving, and we have this delay. So in his heart, he's just observing. He's delaying communication. But in his heart, the Empress is the sun. She is the sun. He sees her so positively still. But he is so sad, Five of Cups, and he's just looking at how things just continue to not work out. I said, what is he sad about? Ten of Pentacles, that he cannot manifest this into a long-term connection. And so he's so in his emotions. Seven of Cups, this is typically a card of choices, procrastination, chaos, illusion, delusion, fantasy, daydreaming. So he's in his heart space. He's this, for me today, this card is about this. What's happening in his heart is like, I can't move this connection. I can't, like, I don't know. I'm in my fear. I'm in the dark. She's told me she's walking away. I don't know how to get into her sun energy again. I don't know how to make this positive anymore. I fear this new beginning. In the heart space, he's like, I can't move this forward. I can't communicate. Okay, I'm not going to completely shut down, but I'm not telling her what she needs to hear, what she wants, what I need to tell her. But I'm so positive about her in my heart, and I'm so sad I can't build this long-term legacy with her at this time. And so I'm just all caught up in so many emotions. And I said, well, what about these emotions? And the moon. He just feels in the dark. The moon card is also about lunacy. It's about things that are in the dark. It's a very emotional card. And when it's clarified, Seven of Cups and Moon, it's like things are hidden. Things are hidden from him. You know, when he thinks about her, it's like things are hidden. I said, what's hidden? Four of Wands. He doesn't know how this will ever work out. He just doesn't. You know, there's a lot of love here. A lot of desire. I mean, it's not like we've seen it here. He doesn't have Two of Cups for her. Right now, his energy is like, I don't know how to get to the new beginning. I don't know how to move past my sadness. I don't know how to get out of this energy where I'm feeling stuck for union. That's what it is. And again, I'm not telling you to sit there and like be patient and wait. You should never wait. Never wait. You've got to honor you. That is why the Empress clarifies the sun, because she does what's right for herself and the connection. He must come forward as king. So now, what's in her heart space? Look at this, sacral chakra. She's got two cards of sacral energy, and this comes out with balance. I mean, this is sacral chakra is the chakra of like, you know, it's definitely of like, you want things. It's about emotions. It's about sexuality. It's about, you know, meditation. It's expression. And so what she's really trying to do at this time in her heart space is balance her love and her desires for him with her love for and her desire for movement for herself. And so this is really this. I love that this card came out for her today, man. Angel of Balance. This is about her really trying to center herself and honoring herself in her choices. It says it right here. It says being centered and self-honoring in your choices. That's what she's doing. That's what she's doing. She knows that she's got to have a very solid foundation within herself of her own personal balance and her own emotional state. That things that were out of sync in the past, okay, that she has to create equilibrium now. There is like, she can't be in this like, cat and mouse chase anymore. She can't. She can't be in this energy of this constant, in and out, in and out. I'm in the dark. I can't talk to you. Blah, blah. I'm going to ghost you for. She's like, I can't do this. I can't do it. Yeah, I love you. I love you. But I can't do it. I got to honor me. Got to honor me. So what further is happening in her heart space when she feels for her masculine? First card out, King of Coins. So this is, I feel like there's a couple of things. One, this is the masculine's energy. So if your masculine's an earth sign, maybe a special message. I don't know. But this is really about stability, okay? But this is also about, because I clarified it, Seven of Cups. She knows her masculine is in this energy of like confusion, illusion, delusion, procrastination, chaos, okay? And she's like, yeah, I know you're feeling that, but I cannot be part of that. I can't be part of that. You've got to find a way to cut through this Seven of Cups energy. And so in her heart space further, Hermit, she's continuing on her self-discovery, honoring her choices, continuing to vibrate higher. I said, what does the Hermit have to do with Temperance? She's going to continue to heal herself, balance herself. Look at 2 cards of balance. Angel of Balance and Temperance. She knows she's divine feminine. See, she knows that this relationship is not in alignment at this time. There is confusion, there is instability, and healing must occur in order for this new beginning to happen. Okay, Ace of Wands. In order for this new beginning to be successful. And then Knight of Swords. Also, the truth must be spoken around this 10 of Cups. Who else got the 10 of Cups here? Oh no, you got 10 of Pentacles. Oh, we had 10 of Cups in her heart space. So again, in her heart, when she feels for her masculine, she knows he is in a period of confusion. Maybe also like if they're sick or something, maybe they're taking something and it's making them fuzzy, whatever. The masculine is fuzzy, physically, emotionally, spiritually, every which way. And so right now it is best in the heart space when she feels for her masculine, for her to stay on her journey and heal herself, balance herself, so that if a new beginning manifests, that it is successful. And then with this Knight of Swords energy, she is taking action towards happiness. But this happiness, remember, 9 of Cups. She's really going forward in her own happiness. So now, what's happening in the environment of our masculine? Look at the Chariot card and all tied up. He's just, oh man, I'm telling you, this dark energy right now. He is trying so hard to triumph over this all tied up energy. When all tied up comes up, this to me feels like, the energy of just being stuck and bound. He's very much tied up in his fear. This is about lack of motion or a sense of personal freedom. He just doesn't feel free. He could also be like physically ill where he cannot move, okay? This is a lack of motion, it says. So this is a card where, look at the vines. They're tying up the person's chest, the body, the wrist, the arms, all of this. This is where a situation in his life is majorly stuck. There's drama going around him from moving forward, right? Or something maybe technically blocking the way, all right? There are restrictions. This is oppressive energy that he's really trying to triumph over with this Chariot card. He's really trying to triumph over it. So let's see further what's going on in his environment. And look, this is not a pity thing for the masculine. I don't sit here and pity him, but I do have great empathy and sympathy because, listen, feminines, we've been there too when we felt stuck and we came out of it. So all you can do at this time is really pray for your masculine to get through this all tied up where he's physically, emotionally, spiritually, technically stuck. But he's working hard. 7 of Swords. I mean, 7 of Swords. No. 7, Chariot, triumph. He's trying to triumph over this. So the first card out, 6 of Pentacles. Okay? In his environment, and it's clarified by the King of Cups. He doesn't know how to emotionally give to you right now. He doesn't know. He's working on being emotionally giving to give some reciprocity, but he really feels tied up. Okay. What else? 4 of Wands. He 2 times he knows that this is a divine partnership, that this is a twin flame connection. But what about the Four of Wands? The Devil. This is what is stuck. This is what he's seeing, not in the Lover's energy today, but in this stuck, bound energy. Look at the two eyes here. Do you see that? Well, look at this. Look at this theme card. Got the two eyes in the back. This is very much, look at that, an energy. He's fearing the loss of this connection. He is fearing this connection. He is fearing his feminine leave. So in his environment, he's like, I can't chase her. I can't go after her. I can't even emotionally give. This union feels stuck. I'm not seeing this as a high vibration connection at this time because how can he? He's not. He's in the dark. So Nine of Pentacles, he's really working on himself with that Chariot card to gain his self-esteem back, to offer this coin, to gain the wisdom so that he can rebirth this connection. But right now, he sees it just as a far away blessing. Look at this cup. This big love just seems so far away right now to him. Six of Cups clarifies. This reunion, this soul connection just feels very far away to him right now. Okay, like unattainable, unreachable. That's why this burden with the Sun is like, I don't know how to make this a success at this time. In the environment of our feminine, trapped in fear, door to personal healing and happiness. So I really feel like she doesn't want to be stuck again. Eight of Swords already came out of her headspace. She's like, I'm not getting stuck again. Not going there again. Not going to do it. So what does she do? This is why she's got Eight of Cups in her headspace. She's walking away because in her environment, she needs to focus. Remember, Hermit and Temperance, focus on her own personal healing and happiness. So what else is she doing in her environment? Well, Knight of Wands. She really just wants to move forward. Okay, she wants to move forward. This Knight of Wands is facing door to personal healing and happiness. She wants to get the hell out of Dodge. Like, I don't want to be fearful anymore. I want to be happy, personally happy. I want to be healed. So what about that Knight of Wands? And we got the Prince of Wands here, which is the Knight of Wands again. I said, what about it? And I got the Lover's card. And so this really feels like, you know, she wants to move forward towards this connection, but she knows that she needs to personally be happy, personally healed, as does he, for this connection to manifest. Nine of Cups is the next card that she's working on in her environment, is her wishes. And he is her wish. But what about the Nine of Cups? Four of Wands. So still in her environment, she's still very much working on this movement, this walking, this Eight of Cups. She's wanting to manifest walking away. Hasn't quite manifested yet. She's taken steps away from him, but she has not completely let go yet, right? So this is like, if she wants to, she's working on it, but you know, this is still this desire here in her environment that she loves this person. She wants this connection. She wants this union. She wants this new beginning. Star card clarifying the Fool. But I think she too knows that this is something perhaps in the future when healing and renewal occurs, that there may be hope in the future. But right now in her environment, Three of Swords, Six of Pentacles. And remember, he got Six of Pentacles too. And remember, he got Four of Wands too. Like, they're very much mirroring. And they both very much feel like this is probably something off in the future. But this Three of Swords, Six of Pentacles, and he's got Six of Pentacles, King of Cups. For her and her environment, she's just sad that he is not reciprocating at this time, okay, equally. And that could be in communication and sharing and loving or whatever it is. And that is her heartbreak at this time. So what's happening in the connection? Bottom of the deck, Nine of Swords and the Hierophant. There is a lot of stress around this connection right now. A lot of stress around this contract. So what do we have that's happening in the connection? Okay, first card out, Six of Wands, right? We want to be successful in manifesting this connection, okay? We want this new beginning, Ace of Wands, but we have retreated from it at this time, right? So we've retreated from it. We're going within, right? We're going within to balance things out so that we can move forward. Remember, he got the Chariot card. So there is a pause on this connection at this time because this connection is in the Devil's energy. This connection is stuck. And so what's happening here? The Queen of Pentacles, the match to the King of Pentacles, okay? sees her masculine as the emperor, but there's stress in this connection at this time. Nine of Swords. There's stress. So she feels stress. And what does she do? She walks away, Eight of Cups, to some other new beginning for herself at this time. Okay? So I just do feel like there is an opportunity, but right now, the masculine must get through this tower. But he must get through this tower on his own. It is not your job to do it in the 3D. You can help yourself. You can send energy and light through the 5, but it is not your job to give him the torch. Okay, you can help guide him, you can love him, you can heal him, but he must find the light himself if he is to be your divine partner, your divine match. Okay, if you want to book your own personal reading and find out what's exactly happening in your connection, then go to queenoflight1111.com. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Bye.